and welcome. This is It's Always About Love, and I'm Lee Evans. I'm here with psychotherapist Lynn Lara. Lynn has been in private practice for many years, and today she brings all that experience and wisdom to help you. We are here to offer answers to all your relationship questions, whatever that question may be on any relationship topic. We are here not to judge. We are only here to offer compassion and understanding. It's truly Lynn's desire to help you and make what you learn on this podcast usable in your life right now. Do you have something troubling you? Email us at always about love, the number 1 at gmail.com. That's always about love, the number 1 at gmail.com. Now, let's get started. Are you there, Lynn?
I am. I'm here, Lee, and I want everybody to know that I just sprung a huge, enormous surprise on Lee, which isn't fair to her, but I just came back from the doctor's. The doctor did not do anything, because it turns out that I have an infection as well. And so I'm kind of in a lot of pain and I'm exhausted from the day. So I asked Lee if she would go ahead and take over today. She said she would, and I'm going to be her helper today. Right, Lee? I'm going to try. I'm going to try to be her helper.
I'm going to need a lot of help.
But you know what? When I get working with her, I start having such a good time that this is probably the best medicine I could have had. So, and again, what happened, just so you know about me, and I'm not saying it for any attention, but a year ago this month, I had some surgery and I got an infection from the hospital. And darn. And I've never had anything like this. When I tell the pharmacists or something or other doctors, they don't even know what it is, but it does exist and it's real painful. And so today was going to be my beginning of treatment to treat the pain. And then when I got there, it turns out that I have an infection. They're not interested in treating the pain at this point again. So I'm just tired. And Lee is my precious sidekick, so I'm lucky. I'm lucky to have you, Lee, and so is everybody else. Now, you got at least 2 letters, I know. So how about if we get started with that? Is that okay?
Sure is. And the first one, it says to hello, Lynn. So it's to you.
Okay.
So
Well,
here
surprise.
we go. Hello, Lynn. I lost my job a couple of years ago, and my wife and I have found ourselves in a financial bind. We are really living separate lives, even though we're in the same house. We have 3 kids, and we are living in a small 2-bedroom apartment. I can't think how it might even be possible to separate, because neither of us have the money to even rent a room somewhere else. I've been suffering from depression over the last year, especially the last year, and I feel that not being able to make any changes to my life is preventing me from feeling positive about the future. Since we're being forced to live together, it's making things even worse. My wife is incredibly negative about everything. I'm trying to follow some online courses to try to keep some level of self-discipline and keep a better outlook, but my wife sleeps all day long and watches TV all night long. I'm finding it difficult to live with her because she does this. I'm finding it even more depressing. Usually she gets up to get the kids from school, and that is in the afternoon. I have them in the mornings, and from the time she brings them home from school until they go to bed, my wife wakes up around 9 p.m. and is up all night long watching television until 7 o'clock. I don't know what to do, as I can't see any way out of this. Do you have any help?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Good.
Look how easy that was. No, listen, this is the father, and they have 3 children, right?
Right. He signed it Tim.
Tim. Good.
Yes.
Thank you for giving us a name. I hope that isn't your real name. Tim, above everything else, go get a job. Because all of this is happening. It's not your fault. But he doesn't have a job. Is that right, Lee?
That's what I'm reading in
Yeah.
it, yes.
Tim, forget everything else. Don't leave your wife. Don't do anything with your kids. Go get a job. No matter how much you don't get paid or anything else, start bringing money into the coffers of your family, and then start making some decisions. But there's no decisions necessary. Your wife's depressed, Tim, as are you. You need to go get a job and become the head of the house again, and then watch and see how things change in a very positive way. What do you think about that, Lee?
I think you're awesome.
I think I'm
I
awesome.
think you're awesome.
You're
Yeah,
sweet, Lee.
because what I was going to answer or say was I could tell most definitely that he's depressed, but she
Mm-hmm.
also is very depressed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate your advice, your suggestions, because I think that's at the root of the problem now that
Yeah.
you suggested it.
Yeah. He needs to go get a job. It's hurting him not to have a job. It's hurting her. It's hurting the kids. And, I know that this is a new day and age, and that it's supposed to be okay for men to be the house husbands, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He's not working at all. Is that right, Lee?
Correct.
Yeah. No, Tim, just go get a job, honey. And if you don't get the job that you're dying to have, go get the job you're willing to settle for, and then keep on looking and get the job that you're dying to have. But get a job and bring some money in, and then everything will change, Tim. You'll feel better about yourself. Your wife will feel better about herself. She will no longer be able to sleep all day long because she'll have to take your place, which is being the housewife. You're being the house husband right now, and you get a job. And you're not bad for not working, Tim, but go do it now. Okay, Lee, is that okay?
Oh, I like it. Yes.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad, babe.
Yes.
Do we have another letter?
Well, I just want to add something. I
Sure.
just want to add that you both need to stand together in this, and you're going to see what Lynn says is true. So
Yeah, except they
good luck,
can't
Tim.
yet. They can't yet.
Yes, they can't yet, but it's
No.
going to happen.
Yeah, they've got to come back together. But right now, she's angry, and with him for not taking care of his family, and she's getting back at him by making him do all the housework and be there all day long for the kids. Although she does get up and go pick them up, but that needs to stop. She needs to watch the kids during the day, if that's what she's used to doing. And if she won't, she just won't. But it's okay. Tim, go get a job anyway, and then things will change.
Okay, can I just ask, is his wife being passive aggressive by what she's doing? Because she's not coming out and saying anything?
Yeah. Good, Lee, good. But see, and there's another thing. We make it okay for men for men to make less than their wives make. We make it okay for men to be the people who raise the kids. Really, secretly down underneath, you guys, nothing has changed. It's still important for the man to be the stronger and to make the money, and for the women to watch the children. And I know you think it's not, and that this is a new day and age, but I promise you, it's the same as it's always been.
Okay.
I promise. And Tim's going to be our proof of it, because when Tim gets a job and begins to bring in money, no matter how little it is, Tim, the idea is that you're going back to work to take care of your family. We don't care how much you make. We just care that you're taking care of the financial needs, and you can get a better job. Just take any job now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done. Are you done?
I'm good done. I'm done.
I'm so
Except for
glad,
our
Lee. I
next
hope you
one.
didn't. I hope you didn't mind. I just went, no, no, no. I already know. Okay, it's okay, honey. What have
That's
we
good.
got now?
Okay, our next one is, it starts out, okay. Okay. I
Okay,
am in that situation. I am in this situation where I am a bit confused about my relationship that I have been in. I've been dating this guy for 6 months and I'm very happy with him, but I did not really ask myself any hard questions until now. We don't really label ourselves as a couple, but we are taking it one day at a time. Then my parents questioned me about where this is going and I don't really know. And I don't know how he feels. I've been hurt so many times before that I don't really know what it is to be in love. He's really kind to me. We have good conversations. He is happy or seems to be about us. But he was said recently he was worried he would hurt me because he is struggling to fall in love with me. In the meantime, he tries to spend as much time as he can with me. He listens and takes my advice, and we make plans together and talk about next year holiday term. I asked if he wanted to date someone else, but he told me this thought hadn't crossed his mind. He's a hard one to crack, emotionally speaking, so I don't know if he has feelings or not. But my question is, how do you know when you're in love? Because I can't remember how it should be or supposed to be when you do love someone. Are you just happy? I feel a bit silly asking this. Okay, so there it is.
okay. What do you think, Lee?
I don't know what to think.
I do.
It
I do.
sounds, I know you do.
No, no, it's okay.
It
Lee,
sounds
wait, wait,
good.
wait. What have we been talking about these last few days?
Focusing on self and
Right,
focusing
right,
on,
right, right. Who's she focusing on?
he's focusing on him
Yep, and her parents.
and her parents. That's what brought
No, I
the
mean
whole,
her parents
yes,
are even focusing on him.
yes.
Gee, give that woman a break. Okay, but she needs to be focusing on self. She didn't say anything really about whether she's in love with him or not, I don't think, and whether
No, I
she
didn't.
likes him. And
She just said she's happy.
yeah, well, she can be happy with the next door neighbor. We don't know where she's at, do we?
Okay.
Do
No, not
you?
really. No.
You've got the letter in front of you. I don't. You didn't. I didn't get a copy, but
She says, I am very happy. I have been dating this guy and I am
no, no,
very
no, no,
happy with him.
no,
And that's it. Basically
no,
is
no,
what she
no.
says.
She's all focused on him, don't
Okay.
you think?
I think so too.
Okay. So what does she need to do?
She needs to sit down, have a thinker with herself
Mm-hmm.
and focus more on self
Mm-hmm.
and see how she truly feels.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I would never ask somebody I was with if they'd like to start dating somebody else, because if they give the wrong answer, we're done.
That's right. That's right.
So, so that was a maybe she doesn't really want to be with him. We don't need to know what it feels like to fall in love, but do you know what does love feel like?
Okay, are you asking me?
Sure.
What does love feel like? Love feels like you just went to the fair, the county fair, and you see the most wonderful stuffed teddy bear or unicorn or dragon,
You're
and
so cute.
it's huge. It's so huge. And the guy tells you, come over here. You can win it. You can win it. And he does everything possible to help you win it. You think he's not. You don't know he is. But he really is. He's like Cupid. And then all of a sudden, he gives you that ball, and you throw the ball, and you hit it just right, and you've done it enough times that you get a little tiny toy, and then you get another toy, and then it builds up bigger, 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 and you get that really gigantic one, and you are so excited, and your little heart pounds, and you want to go get cotton candy, and it's just the most wonderful day in your life. That's what I think it is.
Okay. And for the rest of you who just heard Lee, who was that was talking for Lee right
The
then?
inner child.
I didn't ask you. We just got to hear from Lee's little girl. And so Lee is telling us that her child, that's who falls in love.
I don't know if that's right or not.
Well, your little girl certainly does do some of the falling in love. It actually has to be all three of your ego states. But in Lee's life, in her description to us, her little girl falls in love. And her little girl loves teddy bears. That's adorable, Lee. That's great. There's nothing wrong with that, but at some point we got to get the adult and the parent involved in that love affair too. So, gosh, you know what? I got so wrapped up in what you were talking about, and it was so adorable that, honest to God, what are we answering right now? I've forgotten.
My question is, how do you know when you're in love?
That's what she wants to know.
Right.
Yeah, we don't need to answer that for her.
Okay.
Because she's just going to know.
That's what I think too.
Yeah. But when you are in love, what you do with each other and how you get your other ego states involved is that we have for each other something that's called warm mutual regard.
Okay.
That's a therapeutic term. And I heard it from a woman named Pia Melody years ago, who wrote Facing Codependence and Facing Love Addiction. I love Pia. She's great. And she talked a lot about warm mutual regard. Now, warm mutual regard is a very adult thing to do. It's where you really respect the other person, care about their feelings, and have admiration and good feelings for them. However, we've also got the child involved in this. Lee's child is big at falling in love. And I don't really think we need to tell somebody what it feels like, because just look at a child and see what a child looks like when they have a little crush on, the little boy or the little girl next door or something. I mean, they're just adorable. And also the parent ego state, when the parent feels good about that person and really likes them. And then the adult who goes, this is good for me. It's making my parent and my child happy. But it's a good feeling inside yourself. You've found someone that you genuinely like and love, but like. That's so important. So did I talk? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lee. I'm getting weller just because I'm here with you.
Good.
When I got home from the doctor's, which was precisely at the moment I was supposed to hook up with Lee, I called her instead and said, I just can't do this. I'm exhausted, blah, blah, blah. But here I am, and Lee makes me happy.
Well, thank you.
No, it's true. It's true. Anyway, we don't have to tell you when you're in love, honey. My hunch is you may not be. But we don't know because you're so focused on him. And Lee was right. You are outer focused on him and on your parents and what they think of you and what probably other people think of you too. And you're not focusing on yourself. It doesn't matter how many times you've been with anybody else. It doesn't matter how old you are. None of those things are important. What is important is that what you do is you find someone, and it might be this fellow that you're with, and you begin to become friends with him. And you begin to find things that you like about him. Or also things that you don't like about him, but you check out with yourself rather than wanting to know how he feels about you. Forget about that. That doesn't matter. How do you feel about him? And you can make a list for yourself and write down what you like about him and what you don't like about him. Okay?
And when she makes that list, does she make a decision does the list help make a decision, or does it help focus you more? What does the list
I
do?
guess it can, but it depends on how you come out of the list, what you think when after you've made the list up.
Okay.
And also she's going to find out how many things she can put on the I don't like him list because, and I do like him list because. She'll find out when she'll have more things on one side than the other.
Okay.
You guys, you can all make a list. That's a good thing to do. But
Yes.
but even then, you know what? Because I've had my clients bring those lists into me, and I said, okay, now I want you to give each one of those items a numerical value. And what that means is if they said, okay, I really like the way what's something somebody could like about him? Anybody? Lee.
Anybody. Okay. I really like how he pets a cat.
Well, that's a good thing, Lee.
Okay.
That's neat. Okay. So how much of a numerical value on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it to you that he pets the cat good?
It'd be a 10 because that shows me what type of person the person really is deep inside.
So on your list for somebody wanting to be with somebody, you'd give petting the cat a 10.
That's
Okay?
right.
That's
Yes.
good. No, that's good. So what's another thing that you could like or dislike about someone you were with?
They're messy. They throw stuff at the bottom of their vehicle.
Oh, okay. You're
That's
not
a
going to
dislike.
like me at all.
Oh,
Okay, and that's true. I'm a messy person in my car. Okay, Lee,
yes.
how much? Okay, so the person that you're with throws things on the floor of the car. How much of a numerical value are you going to give that? How important is that to you?
Well, it's going to go lower in value than the cat petting, so it's probably going to be a 2.
Oh, that's really low.
I
Okay,
know.
that's not real important. That's good. Okay, so we got a 10, which means it's probably important for you to find somebody who pets your cat, and a 2, it's okay if they're messy
Yes.
in their car. Okay,
Yes.
name something else.
Okay, let's see. Well, okay, this is something that actually happened to me. I can't, okay, say the person puts the toilet paper on the toilet paper roll, but it's facing the wrong direction.
Lee, God.
Don't ask me.
Okay,
Don't ask me. I don't
okay,
know.
okay. Now, if it's out and over, is that the way you like it to be?
I guess so.
Okay, and so, but they don't. They do it the other way around.
No,
What kind?
if they do it the other way, I did it the other way around. That's the way they liked it, and they put that on a 1 to 10. They put it at a 0.
What does that mean? At a 0? That means it wasn't important to them.
No, that was a deal breaker. Okay, then
Well,
I guess
okay.
that would move
So
it up.
then let me ask you this. Then what kind of a numerical value would you put on a person who would say that if you do the toilet paper the wrong way, it's a deal breaker, I'm done? What kind of a numerical value would you give for some asshole who that was that important to?
Well, if the scale is 0, you're nothing, to 10, you're something, then it would be a 0.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, what are you doing with somebody who cares that much
That
about? That's
who would know?
ridiculous.
I know, but that's exactly what it
So,
was.
so what happened to that relationship, Lee?
Right then, it fell apart. I mean, well, it was falling apart. It
What
was
an
that
idiot.
just nailed it right there. That
Oh,
nailed.
no, it didn't. That's idiotic.
I know.
What? God, let's have a little importance in the character of the people we choose.
Well,
That
that
is
wasn't
so.
obvious. It
I
was
mean, and
just one of those things.
the
They
other
just
thing
said,
is, Lee, you read it somewhere in a book, Lee. You read it
"Mm,
in a self-help book. I'll guarantee you that's where that kind of crap came from.
okay,
That's baloney. I'm
I agree.
sorry.
I
And
agree."
don't let it be you that was that judgmental. That just who has time? No, no,
Yes.
no. I actually have heard that kind of stuff. And I just sit there and laugh and go, come on, let's get real, shall we? About what's important in this relationship. And then I turn to the other person and I say, will you please just learn to turn the toilet paper the other way? This is not a big deal like it's being made out to be, but do it. Will you please do it? And that's it. Okay. I cannot believe that that was the criteria for that's stupid. I have
I,
nothing good to say about that.
Neither do I.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that actually happened to you. Were you guys in counseling?
No, this did not become obvious until that was the excuse that was given.
Oh, it is an excuse too.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Anybody who makes that an important thing is not. I'm sorry. I
Yes.
just got really judgmental, and promised that you what? Oh, that we don't judge,
Yes.
and I just judged to beat the band. I
Well, people need to hear this because these kind of things do happen.
Yeah, well, that's dumb.
It is. Yes, I agree.
Come on, you guys, we got to be serious.
Yes.
And anyway, your partner, the person you love or the person you're looking at loving, you're they can change that easy. I'm sorry. That was read someplace in a book and that's just ridiculous. Okay.
Well, I
So
now. Thank
so
you.
do you have anything else? Do you have any other thing that you would give a numerical value to that I'm
Uh,
not going to completely scream and jump up and down and say that's stupid? Oh
if someone is a good barbecuer or likes
no.
to do it, I
Lee.
give that high, high score, 9.
Oh, why? Okay. Okay.
Because
Why?
they enjoy doing something like that, and that means that's like
Okay.
for
Okay. I'm
family
sorry.
get-togethers.
I thought you were saying whether they were a good barbecue or not. But if they
No,
are, yeah, because that's something you like to do.
yes.
So you can share it with them. Sure. That's something you can share. I'm sorry. I got to stop being so judgmental. Okay. Good. And what
They don't
else?
have to be a good barbecuer, though. I mean, just to enjoy it, just like to do it.
Good.
Okay, something that's high on my value list is someone that likes to hike. And
Okay.
and I would grade that really high too. That would be like if someone liked to hike, it's a 9.
Hmm. Okay. But what if they can't? Is that going to null and void your ability to fall in love with this person?
No, because if they allow me to hike on my own,
Yeah.
that's
Good
good.
girl. Good girl. Because if you're going to use that as criteria, then you've got to say that. I only want to be with you if you're a good hiker. But if it's, I, I only want to be with you if you're a good hiker, or if you don't mind that I go hiking by myself or whatever, that I go
Right.
hiking, then that's fine. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm thinking about? Remember that day we did the ad in the
Right.
personals? Yeah, I'm thinking
Hmm.
about these things as being on your personals ad. Okay, so that would be high as long as they it was fine with them that you did it. They didn't
Right.
have to do it because I don't know. I don't want you to say I only want to be with you if you're a hiker.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. What else?
Uh, so you want to go to more like something that's not so high up on
No, I want to know what's important to you. It doesn't matter or not important.
or not important? Let's see. Not important. golly, everything's important.
Okay,
Uh,
then say the stuff that's important. That's okay.
likes to do yard work. That's
Oh,
important.
okay. So you want to share the yard work with someone else?
Yes.
And if
Share the,
they don't want to do yard work,
then they must do the housework. No, no, I'm willing to share. Or some, we at least have to come to some kind of, we have to be agreeable on how to handle outside work.
okay, I want to suggest that you move into a condominium
Okay.
where there is no yard work. Okay.
Condo, I'll write it down, condo.
No, 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 don't. Okay.
But
Okay.
those kind of things are important to me. What's not important is, say they have another hobby that they enjoy, like skydiving, and I really don't want to skydive. I'm willing to let them enjoy their hobby or whatever they do and not be part of it or be in the crowd of it, but
Yeah.
not be actually doing it. I will support, but not do. I
Okay.
think you heard, I heard you say that you never wanted to go on a roller coaster again.
Never. Well,
Right.
again, it was when I was like a junior in high school or a sophomore in high school. That's a long time to have not gone. Yeah, I'll never go on a roller coaster.
But if you were with someone that wanted to, you
Yeah,
would support them and be
of
there to
course.
watch, right?
Yeah, of course. It'd be fun to
Okay.
watch them. But it's got nothing to do with me. It's just that I don't want to do it, but they're welcome to do that.
Right. How would you put that in an ad?
I hate roller coaster rides, but if you like them, it's fine with me.
Okay. Okay. So, I would not skydive, but if you do, that's all right with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not going to find many people that are skydivers. I don't think that this is a big one.
Okay. But this has been very interesting.
Oh, Lee, you're so sweet. Can I go?
Yes, you may. You may go.
I'm
Are
so
you
tired.
ready? You're ready to go? Would you like to say something to the listeners before you do?
I love you guys. I sure do. This has been fun. I'm sorry that I'm. How early are we? How long have we been going?
Let me look really
32
quick.
minutes, Lee.
Oh my
30,
gosh, we went
33.
over. You're feeling
Yeah.
really good.
That just made me sick.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Listen, I love you guys. She said, "Do I have anything to say?" I feel blessed to have every one of you who listens and who writes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I adore Lee. She's just great.
Thank you, Lynn. I'm so thankful I found you. I wish it would have been sooner in my life, but any time's good. So thank you so much for
Lee,
everything.
listen to this. It is never too late to fall in love.
That's right.
It's not. Your life is just ahead of you, and that's for all of you. I don't care how old you are or how young you are. It is never too late or too early to fall in love. And I hope we were able to help. What was his name? Tim?
Tim,
Tim. I hope we helped you today, Tim. We had a good time because of you. So go get a job, Tim, honey.
yes,
Yeah.
that's right. So I guess we'll say goodnight to you and goodnight to all our listeners, and we will return again Monday, 5
Okay.
p.m. Pacific time.
Good.
So until then, remember, it's always
Always about
love.
love.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Good night.